Monster RX93.1 presents All Out, your daily morning pick-me-up. All out hits, all out celebrity interviews, all out sports and showbiz news. Your hosts, Rico and Karla Aguas.
We all love on people.
On Monday, it's the start of a brand new week. And of course, what's the best way to do so? By making your heart beat just a little bit and remind you all about love. Yeah. So good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Today is an exciting episode because these guys that we got made your heart beat in PBB Ocho. They made you cry. They made you fall in love again. And being in the swimming pool never felt so good. Ladies and gentlemen, to bring them in here on All Out, please welcome the hottest love team today. Give it up for LouDre.
Hello.
Oh,
I love that intro.
You don't understand, Lou. Rico
Hey, hi,
is the king. He is the king of introductions. So I just keep quiet when he brings in the guests, and then I just cue it because I'm like, okay. And it goes either way. It's either people love the intro or they get so pressured by the intro that he gave that they're like, grabe naman. Wait lang. Oh. But anyway, good morning. Good morning, guys. Hi,
I love that
Jay.
intro.
Hi, Lou.
Cool one.
Karla, Rico.
You guys are so cute. Oh, first of all, thank you for joining us. Thank you for making time on this Monday. I mean, when we posted the picture that we were going to have both of you on, your fans went crazy. And I'm talking like, okay, just look at my phone. We posted a question thing on Instagram. I don't even know if you can see this. It looks blank. Come on, technology. But there's page after page after page after page of questions. So, I mean, there's a lot to get to. But before any of that, how have you guys been? Because we are still, of course, practicing social distancing. We're still on a lockdown, so not everything is really open. No one's really allowed to go full on to work. What have you guys been doing to keep busy? And how have you been, like, mentally throughout all of this?
Oh my. Andre, go. Take it away.
Well, actually, I just came back here to Manila earlier today, and I'm here for now at my apartment. Currently, going to be staying here for at least a couple of weeks, just in my room to start it off. Because this virus going around is definitely not something to take for granted, and going to stay safe here. But for the past few months, with me and Lou, we've had the blessing and opportunity to spend it together, and we had a new experience in a relationship where it was just us in lockdown together with family, Lou's family. So we learned a lot more about each other and how to not take family for granted and to catch up with them, and look at the positive side of it and try to embrace it, to use this time to reset and connect and get closer with your family that misses you so much when you're in your busy schedule. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Lou. Panindigan mo yan, Lou.
I know. Alam mo, magaling yan sumagot. Sobrang galing yan sumagot eh.
On your end, what you have been doing?
Copy and paste. I'm kidding. Wait. Well, Andre actually, he didn't mention, but he plays. He just learned playing arnis with my father, and then that actually motivated me to do it also. So yeah, we're starting to practice that, and we try to work out as much as we can, and I do meditating. And then, of course, spending time with family and Andre, and just watching self-help videos. Because lockdowns can get crazy. This quarantine, that you only have your mind, and you're always thinking about your goals, what you did past year, and I think it's good for like reflecting on things.
So imagine for you two guys, right? For you spent 2019 inside a house, of course, locked down inside the house, and then 2020 you go back to being locked
That's a good way to put it. Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh my God, that's an excellent point, Rico. But guys, if you really think about it, PBB prepared you for this.
Yeah.
So were you giving your family tips na parang, Dad, ganito yung nangyari sa amin nung day So,
Exactly.
diba? So,
At least there's no cameras in this one though right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I know people joking around.
diba? It's that one of a kind experience that only you two could learn from and could actually experience going through that sort of way many times, diba? Your family, Andre, you mentioned Lou's family, but where's your family at right now?
Oh, all my family, growing up with that I'm close with is Hawaii. Lahat.
Oh, okay.
I have family here also sa Pilipinas sa Pangasinan, and
Uh-huh.
I meet a lot of them recently and get close since I came here to the Philippines. But they're medyo malayo ngayon. They're pretty far. I'm only here in Manila. So yeah.
Have you been keeping in touch with your family in Hawaii? Like, do you have family FaceTime and like Zoom parties and stuff like that? How have you been keeping in touch with them?
Yeah, FaceTime. It's FaceTime. We always try to FaceTime as much as possible. My sister is actually a nurse, and she's busy. She
Wow.
is
Yeah.
also volunteering at the hospital when she can.
Mhm.
My dad, he's older now, so a bit worried about him. I want him to stay home as much as he can, but he's a free spirit. He likes to go traveling all the time.
Mhm.
And actually, we have kind of a lot of a farm in Hawaii, so a lot for them to take care of at home. They can stay busy at home, but whenever I can, I try to FaceTime them as much as possible.
So what do you guys farm there in Hawaii? Is it pineapples or spam? What is it?
We plant the spam. No. A lot of fruit trees, and he has carnivorous plants. They eat bugs and
That's
little
awesome.
rodents. If you jump in the carnivorous plant, you might not wake up in a few days. So yeah, something like that.
Lou,
Wow, that
Wait,
sounds
yo.
like a pretty intense farm, huh? I don't know about you, but that sounds like a nightmare.
yung plant sila nangangain daw, Lou. Mag-ingat ka.
Yeah. What's up about Hawaii?
Maybe you should practice being a plant mom during this entire quarantine. Buy a couple of succulents, get started, you know. So when you finally visit, they'll be like, "Oh wow, we love her." But big
Don't
up,
touch water.
Ray, that your sister is a frontliner. That's
Right.
incredible. Like, wow. I mean, we can only cheer them on and pray for them because they're really doing all of the work, especially during this time. And it's not easy when your own family member is a frontliner. So big up, my gosh. All right. So now we know how you guys have been staying entertained, keeping sane during this entire quarantine experience. But like what Rico was saying, going back, like with the whole PBB and the success of PBB. I mean, when you guys entered, did you really think that you were going to end up being as big as you are now? Like, was that something that crossed your mind, or were you just like, hey, this is a new experience, I'm gonna do it?
Oh yeah. Exactly. That's what I wanted to do. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go inside the house. I'm gonna learn more about myself. My goal wasn't really to be like the big winner. It just I just suddenly like 3 weeks inside the house. Okay, I want to really win. But prior to before going inside, I was just like, yeah, I just want to learn new stuff. I want to meet new people. That's it. That's what I want to do. Challenges, tasks. That's what I want to do.
Pero God had other plans, no?
I know. Wow.
How about you, Andre? So, how did you get in it? How did you audition? Did you audition from Hawaii? Or is it you audition?
Well, I came here to the Philippines to get into acting. I wanted to get into acting and modeling, but also at the same time, connect more to my roots because my mom is Filipina and I didn't know much about the culture here or the language. So it was one of those opportunities for me when I was a bit younger. I think when I was maybe 20, I was in Japan at the time doing study abroad. I did a short film in Japan, a Filipino. It was Filipino cast, and they really recommended me. Andre, you should go to the Philippines. Become an artista, ganun. And I was like, it's actually one of my ambitions. I want to try to give it a shot. So I sold my car, sold all my stuff, and saved up enough money, had a couple friends here in the Philippines that could help me out a bit with an apartment and some connections here and there to try going and audition for agencies and stuff. And just came out here almost 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And for me, I ran into the right people and was very blessed to get an opportunity to audition here in the Philippines for Big Brother, which I knew growing up. It's one of those family-oriented reality shows here in the Philippines. So just to have the chance to audition here and more to say, make it into PBB was a huge accomplishment and blessing in my life. And I would have never imagined it would have been like this where I'm at now.
And everybody has a title when you enter, in PBB, right? What were your titles? For you, Lou, what was it? Something Rampa Mandaluyong, was it?
What was yours first?
Oh, jeez. Let's go with you.
Mine is Rampa Sister ng Mandaluyong.
Yeah, Rampa Sister. And you, Dre?
Amazing Alohang ng Hawaii.
Hello, Hawaii. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta
get creative
that
with
like in a plaque and like put it in your room. Those are some heavy hitting monikers.
Okay.
Rico, go.
What's yours first?
Heartthrob DJ.
Wow!
Yeah. Carl, look at
Yeah, that's not true.
Yeah. But that was
That's
Heartthrob.
definitely not true.
Yeah. So when you guys enter the house, upon entering the house, you guys get launched in the media, everything, then you guys enter the house. What was the first impression yung dalawa sa isa't isa? Saw each other. No, the first time you entered. The first time you entered together, was there first impressions already na parang, uy, pogi siya.
Yeah, like did you see each other and you were like, oh my god, ang guapo, oh, she cute. Like, how did it go? How did it start, first impression wise?
I really liked her eyes. She reminded me a lot of Pocahontas. So, and she's very maganda, of course. So, medyo, when I gotta try to stay cool and be calm. Ay, hello, I'm on. We didn't really talk that much in the beginning because it's one of those things where we're just keeping an eye on each other. Like, yeah, I see you, but shy.
Yeah, same with me. Same with me. Because when I went inside the house, when we met each other, I was scared to approach him because medyo malat ako nun eh. Mayroong sore throat nun and yung voice ko, so I'm like, hi, hello. He might judge me if it's my real voice. But yeah, I thought at first, not cute, he's cute. But I mean, in the industry, I was used to attractive guys. But with Andre, his personality really stood out to me the most when I actually got to know him better. So, yeah.
Because
First of all, Andre's right. So she does look like Pocahontas, Rico.
yeah.
She does look like
She does.
Pocahontas.
Wow.
Same vibe. I see you, Andre. I see you with your Disney. I don't want to say fetish, but with your Disney taste, I see you. Everyone wants to date a Disney princess.
Yeah.
You do look like Eric, so it's okay. You look like Prince Eric
Eric's
from Little Mermaid.
the guy in there?
The prince, yeah.
Nana Oil.
Little Mermaid. He's cute.
So
Rico, bakit?
you guys spent some time inside and you got to know each other. Anong week? What week did you guys realize before the epic swimming pool scene that got everybody trending? The whole Philippines stopped when that went down. But other than that, how did you guys know na parang, okay, crush ko na siya? Sino una nagka-crush sa isa't isa?
Ooh.
Ako na sobra. It was for me trash and show. Anong week was it?
I think it's the 4th or 5th. Not so sure, but maybe.
4th or 5th week. Yeah. We both had a challenge to make 5 outfits out of recycled materials and trash and things. Me and her was the first. It was our first challenge to be the leaders of this. and we worked pretty well together. We respected each other's opinions and kind of flowed. You know, it was all great. And but the part that got me, like, you know, crush na crush, was when I got to do a secret task in the challenge for Lou, which was to get her parents and her family to come into PBB and surprise her on the runway. She's walking the modeling walk that we had to do. And when I seen her family, her mom, which reminded me of my mom, and her sisters, I have my own younger sister, and just to see them meet up on stage, and you know, the love that and the bond that they have, kind of touched my heart in a bit. She's not just a pretty face; she has family morals, good family bond, and I really admired that. So, parang that's when it started for me to really start to think about, you know, her more, and from there, boom, and then.
Sana all. Sana all. I didn't know that the PBB house was the place to be. Okay.
Right? Di ba?
So, your hair, ang haba na ng buhok mo, ha?
Thank you.
Umabot na po hanggang EDSA. Habulin mo na. Taloka. Kakainis. Why am I getting kilig? First of all, our freaking Facebook Live, Monsters, don't forget you can share this video, facebook.com/RX931. The comment section is so overwhelming that it's hanging because we are getting like 20, 30 comments per second. This is insane. And we've got a bunch of fan questions that I think we should go through because, you know, everybody is just so happy to see you guys. Like, literally, I mean, this is entertainment for them. You are really brightening up their Monday. It's so hard when you're stuck at home, right? And you can't go out. So, I mean, thank you for taking time for your fans. All right. Let's do this.
We love you all. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
There are so many fun questions. Okay, let's start with this one. What's one thing that you think makes your relationship unique from everyone else's? Aside from the fact that you met in TBB, okay? Because that's like the coolest thing. But what makes your relationship unique?
Okay. It's a lot, I guess, but let's think here.
Damn.
Lagi
They're both like...
I guess you could say that we have the culture difference in our relationship. And yeah, we're both from different areas, so we have to adjust in that way.
Being in the spotlight together, it's for the, like, okay, first boyfriend, first very serious boyfriend, first serious relationship, and then everybody's watching, and it's a blessing, of course. Just connecting with him, and like people, it's a love story, like open. It's an open love story. I think I like it, and it's special. I don't know what to say.
Kinikilig naman rin ako. Wait.
Bye, gulay.
It's
I
meet
feel
the
for you,
family.
girl.
It's meet the family. The whole family is involved in this as well. You know, Karla, if you only know, Lou's dad is actually a martial artist. So
Yeah.
he's and for him to meet Andre inside the house, and when you had that one-on-one talk, how was the feeling of that? I was nervous for you, man. TV. I was like, man,
I did my best to not look so nervous, but instead I was like, okay, is he gonna be mad at me? Is he gonna, how is this gonna go? But he was very nice and understanding. He was one of those very loving, with forgiving fathers with a lot of patience. I saw that right off the bat. So I was very lucky. I was happy. I believe I handled it all right. I at least tried to give off a good impression that I could. But it's always nerve-wracking to meet a father of someone you care about, no?
Yep. That's all I'm gonna say. Yep. But you made a good impression, dude, because I mean, dads are another species, when you like the daughter, it's like
dads, you never know.
And yung backstory pa dun is that you got to meet the dad after the kiss happened. Am I right? Correct me if I'm right.
True. That's why it made it even more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, so parang the reaction was because when the kiss went down, they're like, ano ba yan? Some people loved it. Oh my God, they're developing as a couple. Well, some people are like, oh, ano ba yan? Ano ba yan? So were you guys aware that what happened after? Like, oh, you guys,
No,
no? It was just
I
living
was
that moment?
I was not aware of what was aired on TV, but I did know what happened. What happened in the swimming pool. How did you word it in your introduction?
I forgot. The swimming pool.
It was cool. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I
Not the
remember
nation.
the unforgettable moment in the pool. But I knew that happened, and it was out there, maybe perhaps. So it's respectful to the month to try to, come clean and be honest right off the bat in the month. So it took a lot of guts, but it worked.
Lou, hi.
Yo.
So how did you feel when you guys were in the pool when he went for it?
Didn't happen in the pool first, so it happened sa garden.
Okay.
No, but yeah, it was the first kiss. And of course, of course, we had alcohol in our system,
True.
in our blood. So, diba, Andre? So,
Yeah.
It was special. Let's say that. Everybody saw that.
Yeah.
Everybody saw that one.
But it was cool.
Not every day on the entire country sees your first kiss, especially when like you're still unsure, like, are we really a thing? Like, is there actual chemistry here aside from the talking? And then the whole country's like,
Popcorn.
Right.
oh my God. But I love, Andre, how like you meet the dad after the kiss. It's like you want to make life harder for yourself, no? Like you really love a challenge. Is that the Hawaiian spirit?
Of meeting the dad, yeah, and meeting the family.
Post kiss, It's like,
Right,
funny. Oh my
it's
God.
definitely nerve-wracking, but I'm always open to new challenges and learning more about myself. If you put yourself in those situations, right?
Now fast
That's a good
forward,
way to look at it.
ilang months rin na kayo if you guys do count. Do you
Monster
guys
RX931.
Wow.
13?
A year and almost 4 months.
A year and 4. Okay, nice.
Guys, congrats!
Like 3 more days. In 3 more days, 14 months na kami. Hey, ma!
There was actually a question. One of your fans asked, who's more sentimental? Who's more senti in the relationship? Yeah. Like who likes doing sweet things or like texting sweet things or like celebrating monsteries? Who's more senti?
Who likes to celebrate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I also hear sleeping?
Who likes
No.
Senti, like who likes
Sentimental.
Sorry. Sometimes the connection goes a little bit, so I heard sleeping. In that case, Lou. No, I'm kidding. With celebrations, when it comes to love language, I think I like surprises, and I like materialistic gifts or thoughtful gifts. So I always wanted to make it special for her every month because it's also I'm her first boyfriend, and she deserves to be happy, right? So why not?
Is this something that you guys ever thought like would happen? Because you both said that you entered PBB without really, your goal being, oh, I'm going to be famous. Like,
No.
hundreds of thousands of people are going to follow me. Like, I want my stardom. I'm entering the house for this.
No.
So you entered, good intentions. Like you just wanted to learn more about yourself, about culture for you, Andre. And then it explodes and you guys have like one of the largest, most engaging, most loving fan bases.
Mhm.
Was that a shock? Like coming into this, especially because like for you, Andre, you didn't even grow up here, So it's kind of like, wait, what? Like, can you talk us through that experience? Like, what was that like?
Honestly, I never even knew like kind of like those sort of fan clubs with like posters and banners. Those sort of things were here in the Philippines. Those sort of support, kind of the style of supporting here in the Philippines. And when I came out on stage after PBB and I seen like Andre Stirs. They call it Andre Stirs, or LouDre, Spikers or Global, all that style. There's a lot actually. There's like Bullet Squad, and even Lou has her solid fan clubs. I seen all these names and I was like, wow, ganun ba talaga? I was like tripping out because everybody had their own different pictures. I had no idea what it was like that here in the Philippines. So that was super cool to experience.
Oh, super cool ka daw. Super cool ka daw, Lou. Sabi niya. You made this Philippine experience great. Sinasabi ni Andre. Na,
My God, sorry about the internet.
It's okay. Lou, we heard from Andre now about, of course, the after effect of PBB, because you were saying that both of you didn't enter with stardom as your goal. You just wanted to experience it for what it was. And then it blows up. You get all these fans. How was that like for you? How was that experience like? Because for Andre, he was like, he didn't even know that they did these things with pictures and banners and they made names. It was a different experience for him. How about for you? Because you grew up here, so you know what it's like when people blow up in PBB and they become really famous. But what was it like for you?
But for me, the thing is, when I went inside the house, I was expecting the second week that I'll be eliminated or something. So I was just like, okay, so maybe people are enjoying my presence. But for me, I didn't know. So when we got out of the house, us four, it was me, Andre, Fumiya, and Kuya Yam Yam, my face was literally just like, what? I couldn't even talk. I couldn't talk to anyone. I was just shocked about, like, my face is everywhere. My name, Andre's name, everybody's name. It was, even though I'm from the Philippines, I didn't expect to be like one of those people who like people really idolize, I'd say. So I was really shocked that people believed in me and then people chose to support me. So I'm just very thankful for all of those,
Nice.
That's interesting because people don't get that. Like it's either you become an artista and it goes well for you, or you like drop a video or something, you go viral overnight. But like for you guys, it was like an entire ordeal. Like you had this entire experience where you knew nothing that was going on outside, you know? You didn't know that like your accounts were building up and fans were going crazy. You guys are just like in this bubble, and then when you get out, it's like, wait, what? Like, you're all here for me? I mean, that's only something that people can like imagine, try to imagine. So I mean, big up to you guys because that's also a lot to take in. I feel aside from the fact that it's shocking, that's also a lot to take in emotionally and mentally because your platform is now 100 times bigger. So things that you say, things that you do, it's all magnified, right? And like there's this extra responsibility that's added to how you live your life. So I mean, congratulations, because it's been a couple of months. You guys have made it this far, and there's no scandal, there's no issue. That just means you guys are doing it right. So congrats. Like seriously, people need to appreciate that because you are also role models, especially for the younger generations that look up to you during this time, right? Rico, please go. I'm in awe.
All Out with Rico and Karla. All out music and all out fun. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Manila's hottest Monster RX93.1.